How's it going, my evil residents? Today we'll be taking a look at all of the bosses from Resident Evil 4, the original, and ranking them from worst to best. This list will be mostly subjective based on how much I personally enjoy each boss from a story and gameplay standpoint, as I'm not a game designer by any means. However, if I feel something is poorly designed or executed, I will note that in my ranking. I won't waste any more of your time, let's get right into the video. The worst boss in the original Resident Evil 4 is Del Lago, and I will die on this hill. It is the same for the remake. If you have watched my video ranking the remake bosses, you know this, that I've never been a fan of Del Lago, like ever. He's just not very engaging. Like, he's cool the first time, but every other time you replay the game, it's just boring and tedious, and it just feels like something you just kind of have to sit through to continue playing the village, and it feels like not a fun pace breaker for me. So yeah, I've never been a big fan of Del Lago. I'm not saying he's like designed poorly or anything. He's fine for what he is. I will say he is better in the original in this game than he is in the remake because there's more mechanics with him. You can get knocked out of the boat. There's a few more ways to die from him. The harpoon feels less janky because it doesn't have that weird extending the longer you hold the trigger thing that the remake has that I don't really like. The harpoon feels more responsive. Overall, this one is better than in the remake. It's one of the few bosses that I think is better in the original, but I still don't like it, so it's like, okay, I don't know. Del Lago goes right here. I don't know if it's just because I'm so used to absolutely nuking Salazar, but I always forget what his actual mechanics are. I just replayed this game to make this video to get footage for all of these bosses, and I cannot remember a single thing about him. He is so forgettable in this game. I cannot. What does he do? I'm actually going to review my footage. What does this guy do? Yeah, you just dodge his tentacle swipes and you dodge his mouth bite with quick time events. He is basically a nothing boss, and he doesn't really have any fun mechanics. He's better in the remake, but not like by a lot. He has his own frustrations there that I've talked about before that make me not a huge fan of him, but I'll talk about him when I talk about him, or you can go check out my old video on it. But yeah, he's fine. It's one of the better wall boss fights in the series. The series has a habit of making boss fights that are just people on walls, and they're always boring. They're never good. Capcom, please stop doing this. You're still doing it in Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 2 Remake. Just stop doing it. Please. Please no more. We've had enough of them. They're never good. Just stop it. Just stop. El Gigante 2 mainly goes down here because it doesn't really bring anything super unique besides just being a surprise. Yeah, you have Ashley with you and the arena is tighter, but you've already fought this guy, so you kind of know how to take him down. I don't know. I've never been super enticed by, oh, I have to go this route to fight El Gigante. I do like that he's like semi-optional, but I don't know. It's just, I'm never a huge fan of reused bosses unless they really mix up the mechanics, and here they just don't really do that. It's literally just arena change, and the arena does not make it that significantly harder. So I don't know, just never been a big fan of it. The first El Gigante fight is just way better, way more fun, way more engaging, and way more thought out. This really feels like we need something for the player to do here, and we have this empty valley. Let's put El Gigante 2 there. Okay, cool, we're good. That's what this boss feels like. It feels like it's kind of giving duplicated Gollum in God of War Remake. It's giving that, and I don't like that, so here it is. Here's the first Krauser fight. You know I didn't like those bosses because this is basically just a cutscene where you press buttons every once in a while, and it is better than all three of the Resident Evil 4 bosses that I just talked about. So yeah, it's an iconic cutscene. I know it's like just a QTE segment, but the amount of sauce, the amount of aura and hype moments going on in this cutscene. Some of the quick time events are actually kind of not super easy. I'm not going to say they're hard because I pretty much have them mostly memorized by now. Sometimes I'll forget, get too into it, and forget to press a button, and I'm like, oh crap. And then the failing animations are really good. So overall, just they clearly put a ton of effort into this. It came out great. It's so good, so iconic. I love this fight. I'm not going to put it any higher. I cannot put it higher because it's just a quick time event, but oh my goodness, so much sauce. It's so good, so iconic. I put this boss pretty close to the second main game El Gigante fight because it is exactly the same. It's just, you know, with Ada in the Separate Ways campaign, which I think makes it a little better because you have Ada's kit to mess with, and you probably weren't expecting to fight him here because you fight him as Leon and you didn't think that you would see him like in the exact same place again. So I do think he's a little more unique just with his, not necessarily with his placement, but with who you're playing as. Ada has a very different kit to Leon, not quite as different as in the remake, but it's still a really cool mix-up and just something to throw in there. Just, yeah, fight El Gigante as Ada. That is a great mix-up on its own. I would have appreciated having it in a different arena, and the remake understood that, but like I said, nothing really wrong with this boss fight here. I don't know. As I said, God of War, reusing the same golem over and over. Same kind of feeling here. And this is less of a problem in the remake, like I have mentioned many times. I know I'm comparing this directly to the remake a lot, and I probably should have just made this list RE4 and RE4 remake, but I wanted to do it by game because I felt like each game deserved its own ranking. Yeah, everything I said about El Gigante 2 for Leon is true here, but it's better because you have Ada's more unique kit and stuff like that. Something about the Mendez fight in the remake, I will say it does have more sauce there. It just really pisses me off, but the Mendez fight in this game is just so chill. It's just a fun, like, nice boss. I have no complaints about it. It is good. It's not like a fantastic boss fight. It's fun. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have that much to say about it. It's almost beat for beat like it is in the remake, except the remake has more lengthy grab animations that I really don't like. And he's more grabby in the remake. In this game, he just has more like normal attacks, and it feels like he's a little bit more spongy in this game, which I think is fine. A lot of things in this game feel a little bit more spongy, especially the bosses. I don't know if that's just me. If you think I'm wrong, feel free to let me know. I'm always looking forward to this boss. Never hate fighting this boss in the original. Always a good time, but never like a standout time, you know? Like, he's just kind of there. Doesn't detract, doesn't add. Good boss, nothing to complain about. So he goes about in the middle of the list. Here we have Double Gigante. Again, it's Gigante fight, but there's two of them. I don't know. It's a good mix-up. It's good. The first Gigante fight is still like the most thought out, and you can really feel the enemy reuse, even though they give them the unique arena, the unique takedown with the floor, the zip line to press the button. It's all awesome. This boss fight is really fun. I'm always someone that doesn't like reuse bosses, and I understand why it's down here. There's lore explanation for it that the Gigantes live in the ground. Not sure if that was added in this game or the remake, but I understand it. It's fine. I would have preferred something a little more unique, or just to not have this pace breaker, or for it to be a little more plot relevant for this game. RE4 Remake alleviates this a little bit, but I still think that it's kind of something that doesn't need to be here there. But I can't deny how fun it is, but they clearly put a lot more effort into making it unique here than they did in the valley and the village for the second El Gigante single fight. So I can't really be mad at it, but I do wish there was just a little more here, just a little more. Next up, we have the Separate Ways Krauser fight. I get the idea. It was a good idea, fighting him in 3 separate really tiny locations. It separates it from the Leon fight, but I don't know, it doesn't land perfectly, and I don't really know how they would fix it because the boss fight feels really like formulaic every time I play it. This boss fight goes exactly the same. I don't know if that's just because I know the knife cheese and I could just hook shot over there, knife him, then he moves, hook shot over there, knife him, then he moves, hook shot over there, knife him, and he dies. It's the same thing every time, so normal. It's just, I don't know, it's good. I appreciate them making a new unique arena for it to try to mix it up, but because the gameplay of this boss is so basic as to walk up to him and knife him, the change in arena does not really matter at all. There's no significant change to the mechanics because of it. You just press X in between every damage phase. It's fine. It is okay. Like, it's still a good fight. Mechanically as fun as the other one, just I dropped it down because it doesn't have any sort of mix-up for Separate Ways to make it unique besides the arena change, and that really doesn't affect it that much, so it goes right here. By the way, you made it halfway through the video by now. I just wanted to remind you all to like and subscribe if you're enjoying so far, as I'm on my way to 10,000 subscribers and I would love to have you around. I also have a Discord and $1 channel memberships if you're interested and able to support directly. No pressure though. Anyways, back to the video. Next up is Verdugo. I don't quite know why, but I swear this boss fight is creepier in this game than in the remake. Like, I don't know if that's just me. If you agree, let me know in the comments. But just, I don't know, something about the tunnel design, the design of Verdugo. It's just creepier in the original. I don't know why. But this boss fight is kind of beat for beat with the remake. It's very good, very tense. I love that it's optional to kill him or not. And if you're low on ammo, just run him around for a little bit. But if you got the ammo, hey, extra money, baby. Never gonna complain about that in this, especially in the original game. Never gonna complain about extra money. Yeah, great boss, absolutely iconic. I love this little dip back into horror in the middle of the very action-packed castle. It works so well, works great with the pacing of the game. I do wish there was at least like 1 or 2 more freeze tubes, like liquid nitrogen tubes in the arena to fight him with, because I always find myself running out of them. I think you're supposed to try fighting him and then fail and then just be like, oh god, what do I do? And then the elevator gets there. I think that's the intended experience, but I still wish there was like at least 2 more or like a secret way to like refill the pipes or something like that. I don't know. I just wish there was like 1 more added thing here. That would make it really awesome for just replay value, because when you replay it, it's like, it's either, okay, this time I'll kill him, or okay, this time I won't. And that's pretty much all you got. But the boss is good. That's enough replay value for me. So it's right here. Next up, we have the first El Gigante fight. This is the one with the epic dog. If you don't save the dog for this boss fight, don't watch the rest of the video. You're not welcome here. I'm mostly kidding. But also, why don't you save the dog? Go save the dog. Save the dog. Save the dog. Anyways, this fight has really good pacing. It goes by a little too quick in the remake for me, but this one, it actually feels like you're on the back foot when you're fighting the Gigante, even when you know what you're doing, just with the pacing of the fight, because the first half of it is longer than the second half of it after the dog comes to help you, and it still feels like you really gotta try to fight him, whereas in the remake, the first half of the boss fight is pretty short, and then the dog comes in, and it's pretty scripted what happens to the Gigante after that. And I don't think it lands quite as well. I really like how it goes in the original game. Yeah, the remake, it works really well for a first playthrough. It's really awesome, but just on replay, it's like, I feel like I have less control, and I feel like the giant is way less threatening in the remake. I love how he works in this game. He's so good, so iconic. And that dog, man, that dog. Next up, we actually have Sadler, the final boss, Sadler from the main game. I know everyone skips this guy with a rocket launcher, but like, go skip Salazar with the rocket launcher. He sucks. Don't skip Sadler with the rocket launcher. He's so fun to fight. His arena design is so unique. I have not had a boss fight in pretty much any game with a boss arena like this, at least not one that I can think of off the top of my head. And it really mixes up the dynamic of this boss. And then when the rocket launcher gets dropped, you could be on like the complete opposite end of the arena and you gotta go find that shit, and he could be blocking it. So the rocket launcher is not like a guaranteed grab. It's so unique. It's so cool. Not to mention Sadler's original body, like hanging from the bottom of the spider, is so creepy. Like, it's hard to tell. I don't think that part is in the remake. At least I haven't noticed it if it is, but it just looks so creepy and unsettling in this game. He's so disgusting looking. Just, man, I just love this boss fight. His design is so cool. He's so fun to fight. So he goes right here. Next up, we have the second Krauser fight. This one is up here for the meme. Is this like the deepest, most mechanically heavy boss fight in the world? No, you just knife the guy. You can challenge him normally, and it is very hard. This boss fight is very hard if you do that, but if you just use the knife, it is the cheesiest thing in the world, and it's always fun to cheese Krauser. Always fun to cheese Krauser. I will admit that every Krauser encounter is better in the remake. However, that doesn't discount how good they are in this game, especially this one. I really like the arena of this boss fight. It's so cramped and it just has such an interesting shape to it. I don't know. And then the timer you get too, it's just good. I love this arena. It's awesome. It's always tense. Even when I know the Krauser cheese, you just feel the tension. It's so good. It's so fun. So definitely top 3 in this game, easily. This right here might be my most controversial spot on the list, just because I never hear anybody talking about this boss fight, but it's so good and so engaging. Fighting Sadler on that little L-shaped platform as Ada, absolute cinema. He has wholly unique mechanics. He's fun to fight, he's engaging, he's pretty difficult too. He's just so fun, and it's terrifying trying to fight this guy on this tiny platform when you know what he can do when you play the main story and you're fighting him as Leon. It kind of mimics the design aspect of that with the cramped arena that is the size of the boss and it's just long. It mimics it, shrinks it down to fit Sadler's human size, and puts it in Ada's campaign. And I love that like de-escalation of the mechanic. It's just a really smart idea and it works really well. And I hear nobody talk about it. It's awesome. I do think it works in that aspect better in this game than in the remake. However, I think the remake one, the boss, like actual AI, is much more engaging to fight. He's very cheesable in Resident Evil 4, much like a lot of enemies are, but he's just fun. It's always fun fighting this boss in separate ways. Remake, it's always fun fighting this boss in the original separate ways. I'm not the biggest fan of the island section in the original separate ways, and this is a nice pace breaker of just something that's really fun for that section, especially after the stupid gunboat section. I hate that section so much, but it's just awesome. I love this boss. Criminally underrated. Go give it another try if you haven't played Separate Ways the original. Go play it. What are you doing, buddy? What are you freaking doing? It's just fun. Go give it another try. The best boss in Resident Evil 4 is easily U3. It is not close. This boss is downright awesome. You get the insanely tense, terrifying section of the hanging containers over the big cavern, and then you get the boss fight that honestly is not that difficult if you know how to do it. But if you don't, or you don't have enough ammo, or you expected the game to give you a bunch of ammo beforehand, it doesn't really do that. So this boss fight, if you haven't been balancing your items, can be really tight, especially on like a first couple playthroughs. He has some tough mechanics, and you get the cool area on the side that you can loop him through. It's just a great boss. I love his small arena. It's just awesome. I love it. I don't really like have that many specifics to say about it, besides that everything about it is just awesome. Like, so good, so good. I love this boss. Definitely my favorite in this entire game. Every time I replay this game and I see those containers, I'm happy. I'm happy. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. If you liked it, drop a like. If you disliked it, feel free to dislike it, but let me know why in the comments. As I mentioned, I'm on my way to 10,000 subscribers, so I would love to have you subscribe and stick around for the channel. I make lots of Resident Evil videos and some other spin-off videos here and there. I have channel memberships starting at just $1, as well as a Discord server if you want to join the community more directly. I do also have handmade pins on my Etsy page, linked in the description if you like any of the channel logos or something from the Plot Armor series. I got those down there for you. Special shout out to all of my harmless residents scrolling on the screen right now, but a very special shout out to my nefarious residents, One's One Up, the Epic Rager, Daniel D, and Blaze MBZ, and a super extra mega awesome special shout out to my malevolent residents, Evil Residents, Donna Dracula TTV, Mark Maidens, Aircrom Cromer, and a Dark Trooper. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Let me know which boss was your favorite or least favorite, and yeah, stay evil, my residents.